The battle has begun. Auction number 9 is on, and we can see that we've got 4 days and 12 hours until the end, and with a 9.5% probability, Altair is taking the lead here with 134,000 KSM, but don't sleep on it. I'm not sleeping on it. I am concerned that a competition could be behind, and the competition could take over in winning all those bids, and it's going to be back to how it was in the 5th auction, if you remember. This is in the first batch when Bifrost went up against Basilisk. Basilisk took control for a while. It wasn't that many blocks, it was for a couple of hours, and thankfully Basilisk did not win that one. Bifrost won, and of course we would get the huge bonus that we're getting through minting of KSM to get VS KSM, VS Bond, and BNC on top of the bonuses as well. So absolutely amazing there, but it was super stressful. Amazing to watch though, because you could see the action right between the two different parachains battling each other, and this is what it should be all about. But to be honest, it hasn't been till now. We've seen projects max out, and it is what it is. We can't change it, right? It's all about the probability of winning at the end of the day, and there's nothing stopping a specific project from taking over. And here we could see Parallel Heiko at 112.8k, Kintsugi very close, just surpassed Parallel Heiko. I would have never thought this would happen. So it just shows you time and time again, the crowdloans surprise you, the crowdloans shock you, the crowdloans bring things that you didn't expect you, right? And I really didn't think this would happen, but I am happy for Kintsugi, of course, because we want to see a bridge between Bitcoin and Kusama, and Kintsugi are going to bring us this, and of course Interlay in the case of the Polkadot auctions, right? Interlay is going to be the bridge between Bitcoin and Polkadot. Now, I know people have been asking me time and time again in the comments, when are the Polkadot auctions due to start? The answer is we don't know, but they do need to give us a 28 days notice at least, because of the time it takes to unstake from the validators, right? If you have your dot staked, then that's how long you need to wait. And they want to be fair to the stakers that want to contribute to these crowd loans, stakers that want to give up their stake in order to take part in these awesome crowd loans, because the reward is much higher than staking, and it does not impact the stability or the security of the ecosystem whatsoever, right? As long as you're contributing to the crowd loan, it's still fine, right? You're still contributing to the ecosystem. So Gavin Wood has said it. I believe there were other people that have mentioned this from Parity Technologies, that you should not worry that even though you're on staking, as long as you contribute to the crowd loans, you're still contributing to the security of the network overall. So that's all good, right? Nothing to worry about. And on top of that, you get a huge APY, which staking doesn't give you. And before we continue on, I'd like to take a moment to thank today's channel sponsor, BitSwapDex, for sponsoring this video. So let's watch this short clip and then we'll continue on.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
But to continue on, because we do have a bit to talk about here, it's not going to be a long video, but I will be talking a little bit about this, and then we'll talk about Moonriver, one of the platforms that has developed on Moonriver and has been performing amazingly well, which is Moonswap. We'll talk about that too. But Parallel Heiko, again, if you don't already know, Parallel Heiko have got venture capitals, right? Large venture capitals, one of them being Alameda, supporting them, and because of that they're getting all these large contributions here, right? So that's why they've come up a long way. But with Kintsugi, it's shocking because they've actually had a number of large contributions. If we go at the not only at the latest one, but if we go at the highest price, let me get the highest price. As you can see here, this is from today. Okay, today at 10:52 UTC, 22.69 thousand, 22.6 thousand. That's huge, right? That's how much KSM has been contributed from this address here. And also this one, also today, right? So two whales have decided to do this today. It would have been awesome if these whales would have used my referral link, but they obviously don't watch my videos, or even if they do watch my videos, they probably didn't want to support. I don't know what's going on. I know, I'm kidding. I'm assuming they didn't watch my video, right? Maybe they would have supported otherwise. But they're not the only whales, right? We've had whales on the 17th of September as well, 15k KSM, 10k KSM. So there is demand for Kintsugi. There are projects out there, not projects, but there are people out there that want to see Kintsugi win. They want to see that bridge between Bitcoin, be it for their own personal reasons, right? Or maybe they just simply support Kintsugi. They saw the potential. They know it's a low supply token. They know there's only going to be 4 million in the first year, so they saw what Moonriver has done. They know it's going to be in the hundreds when it's going to be tradable. At least I'm expecting it to be trading in the hundreds. Sure, it could be less, but I am expecting it to be trading in the hundreds because unlike Moonriver, you're not going to get 30% unlocked or 43.5% as Moonriver had when trading began, right? Unlocked from the Crowdloan contributions. No, in this case, it's going to be a linear unlock. And what's happening is based on how long we're going to have to wait from the time that they win the parachain auction, then that's the percentage that we're going to get unlocked to us. So it could be 5%, it could be 10%, depending on how long we need to wait. If we need to wait 2 months, it's likely going to be about 10%, maybe even more, unlocked to us that we will be able to sell, right? Transferable. The rest of it will be unlocked per block as usual, right? Linear unlock. So yeah, I'm surprised. Like these two have changed the game here, and it just shows you like some whales come and they could just change the game. But I am a bit concerned because obviously I know that I do have the 5% referral bonus for both Altair and Kintsugi. So if you want to use that, please do. I would very much appreciate it. You can find it in the description of this video. But I do think that the bonus is going to be bigger for Altair personally, right? Because a lot of you guys have been supporting me mostly with Altair. And because of that, I am a bit biased, right? I want Kintsugi to also win, but I am concerned that Parallel Heiko might take over. And then if they do, then it might go ahead of Altair and perhaps would make Altair lose. That is also a possibility, right? Nothing is excluded. Everything could surprise, anything could happen and anything could surprise us. One thing is for certain though, if Kintsugi max out their cap, which wouldn't surprise me, right? Maybe something could happen in the next couple of days. If they were to max it out and Altair were to max it out, then they would evenly battle it out. But again, because Altair have the advantage now with the early blocks being won, remember what I was telling you before, the first 2 days of the biddings that are getting won are counted in full, right? They're counted in full. Every single block that is being won in the bids is counted. Then it linearly drops. So as we get to the last 2 days, then the probability that they would win is very unlikely, right? Of a project that surpasses the existing one. Now, I don't know what happens if they evenly match out. I have no idea what happens in the case of a break even here, right? 200 KSM. Let's say Kintsugi get 200k KSM, which would max out the cap. Altair get 200k KSM. I don't know what would happen in that case when it comes to the actual bids. Who would win the bid blocks, right? If you know the answer to that, please drop me a comment below. I'm curious to get your thoughts, but I don't know the answer to it. And it will be interesting to find out if it's going to be random, if it goes like, if it takes turns, like say Kintsugi gets one, next one is Altair, next one is Kintsugi, next one is Altair, and so on. It could be interesting if that's the way it works. I did not think of asking this question when I had Dan Reeser on my show, on my channel a while back. Because he is the expert, but I will be asking around and hopefully we'll get the answer to this and then I can cover it in a different video. But if Parallel Heiko break over 200k, you know it's a danger. It's really, really dangerous, especially for Kintsugi, right? Let's say that Altair are going to take this. Maybe the candle auction has already been chosen. Maybe it's been decided. It chose the winner and Altair is the winner in that case, right? It could be. And then anything else that happens doesn't matter because the winning block has already been chosen. It could be the case, right? The first 2 days are the most crucial ones. And what could happen, right, is for Parallel Heiko to break above 200k contribution, and if they do so, that would put them ahead of Kintsugi, and that would be bad news for Kintsugi because all this hard work would be for nothing because Parallel Heiko have a 400k cap. So aside from the fact that they're only giving you 2% contribution, distribution of their total supply, there's also a 400k cap. So that's really, really nasty, to be honest. It just shows you they don't really care about the community. It is what it is. But yet, because of Alameda, they're getting these extra contributions. So we'll have to see. I'm going to keep an eye out on this. I'm going to be covering this tomorrow as well. As always, we need to keep an eye out on these and do constant updates. Now, maybe not daily updates because I know sometimes I have maybe a sponsor or so. But I will be trying to do them as often as possible, at least once every 2 or 3 days. While this auction is going on, because this is the important part now, right? 9th auction, and then we have the 10th auction, and then we're on a break once again with no auction whatsoever until the Polkadot Crowdloans are going to be announced, and then the 3rd batch for Kusama. But next I want to talk about Moonswap DEX here, and this is the link here if you are interested. This is the first truly decentralized DEX on Moonriver network. Okay, so you do need MetaMask in order to trade on this. And why am I talking about this again? It's not sponsored or anything, but you know, I do support Moonriver. You likely support Moonriver. I have contributed to the Crowdloan. You probably have too. So you care about what's being built on Moonriver because that drives up the price of Moonriver, right? And this is why I really like Moonriver, the fact that every token that gets listed on a DEX, it needs to have Moonriver as the liquidity, right? So you need to have a pair, right? So because it has the Moonriver's pair, then it needs to have liquidity too. So people are buying Moonriver off the market in order to generate liquidity. So that's the awesome thing about it. And of course, we've got liquidity for Moonswap here, as you can see. And Moonswap is the first DEX, as I was saying, and because of that, it's been really, really hyped. Now the supply, I believe, is around 10,000, if I'm not mistaken, or 100,000. I think it's 100,000. But as you can see, like the price is absolutely amazing here. It's like with the price impact of only 0.1% in the case of swapping one Moonswap for one Moonriver, and you get, sorry, for 0.86 Moonriver, then it just shows you there's plenty of liquidity in the pool. So let's say, for example, you had 1500 MSwap, you would get 988 Moonriver, so almost 1K there. And then that would have a price impact of 23.49%, which could be quite high. And this is the minimum that you would guarantee, right? But again, it just shows you there is plenty of liquidity even with the low supply. So this DEX, and I'm asking, and you're probably asking, well, why is it doing so well? Well, it's because they've got this IDO functionality here, which we'll talk about. So you will need MSwap in order to take part in these IDOs, and that's why the price has been closely matched at Moonriver in that sense, right? It actually started at 15 bucks. I believe it was even lower than 15 bucks when it was first trading after the launch of Moonswap. I didn't pay attention to it, but someone in my community mentioned it to me when it was 15 bucks, and I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't actually get any. I should have gotten at least some, maybe like 10 MSwap or something, right? Because they were just so cheap at the time. For 150 bucks, it would have been well worth it, just in case it would have mooned. And you could see it has mooned. It has done very well. It went over 300 bucks, I believe even 400 bucks before it had a pullback to about 150. But you have to be careful, right? I always tell people you have to be careful because there can be rugs on DEXs, right? We've seen them on Uniswap, and of course, Moonswap is no stranger to this, right? And it's funny how they're using CZ, the Binance CEO's funds aren't Seifu emoji here, or I should say photo with the eyes, right, making the jokes here. But which ones were rugged? So Saga has rugged. This was the first one. RiverSwap has rugged. Moonballs, which doesn't surprise me. I mean, look at this image here. Who would actually invest in this? Maybe as a joke, right? Maybe as a joke. River Ape, again, this is also rugged. So all of these have rugged, right? So, and there's going to be more rugs, right? You just have to be careful. There will be more rugs. But what do we have here? We've got River Tool. So they've got the IDOs here, right? You can register for these IDOs, right? This one's over as well. Registration is closed. Saturn Beam, and there's going to be more, right? There's going to be more. They get announced anyway. This is the IDO guide. You can connect your wallet, your MetaMask wallet. And yeah, like I said, like the reason why I'm doing this and I'm covering this is not because I've personally invested in Moonswap. I wish I had. Right now I find it overpriced, so I'm not going to touch it. But I do like the fact that they're helping Moonriver grow. That's definitely, they're contributing to Moonriver. When SushiSwap are going to go live, I'm also going to be happy because they're going to be contributing to Moonriver. Anything that contributes to Moonriver is going to drive up the price of Moonriver, and thus, of course, I'm happy, and you should be happy too. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about in today's short video. Thank you for watching as always. And don't forget to drop me a comment below. And yeah, just a kind reminder, if you want to take part in the Crowdloans, Altair or Kintsugi, you can find the links in the description of this video, and you can keep contributing. By the way, there's no limit. Even if you have contributed already, you can contribute again and again while these auctions are running. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get any reward. You will get the reward, right? And you will get the 5% bonus for Altair if you use it, or Kintsugi as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.